Let's continue along the theme of patterns for another moment. I'm not sure why we need to make a video about this. It's along a more personal bent, and I don't know, have I ever done that before? Except for with the spiritual practice. Um, okay, so patterns. There's this pattern that occurs in my life. I've been noticing this pattern uh, strongly. I mean, it was very set in my awareness from as early as I'm going to say my mid 20s. And it's a 4 year cycle. It's a 4 year pattern where for 4 years I am more inwardly focused. I'm going to say more heavily, more hardcore in the spiritual realms and my spirituality and my spiritual disciplines and practice. And life accommodates that. My outer world, my work, people that are around me will be very lightly there, will be very lightly needed, and I will have the time, those 4 years, to really dive into myself and into well, what for me has always been my preference, which is my inner landscape. And then for 4 years, I'm not exactly kicked out, but the focus now for the next 4 years will be more on the world, the job stuff and people and their needs will escalate and grow and begin to demand more of my attention. I will still, of course, have my spirituality and spiritual practices, spiritual ways at this point. I can't call them practices because they're just ways of life, ways of being for me now. But yeah, sort of just cast more into the world now for 4 years, where I have the opportunity to apply um, that grace period of the previous four out in the world. Within this pattern, there's another pattern, and within that pattern is another pattern. I'm still not seeing the third pattern. They're just telling me that it's there. um, but within the 4 year pattern, 4 years in, 4 years out, there's another pattern where the two sides of me, I'm going to keep this really simple. I have a male side and a female side that is an actual male entity and an actual, the female side I think is a male actually, but feminine like. And they take turns living this life experience. They're the progenitors of it. They have dominion over it. They are it. But for 2 years, the the male will come forward, and the other will recede to the back. And when the male comes forward, you can see this in my appearance. My appearance gets very pretty, or let me just say prettier than usual. Prettier than when the other side comes out. More feminine, let's just say. I don't know why that happens, but this one is also very skilled in the body. And so this is a period where I am absolutely enjoying most things that I'm doing and engaging in. Those 2 years, let me just say, happen very easily. And then when the other comes forward, I will start to get very awkward in my appearance. This one is very awkward in the body. And I will very much not enjoy being in the body, even to the degree that I usually am, which is not all the way. I do not believe I have ever come fully into my physical form. We have a fly visitor. Okay, yeah, I don't believe I've ever come fully into my physical form. In fact, I know that I haven't, except for moments, and I very much don't like it when I do, uh, which is how I know that I don't usually. Where am I going with that? Anyway, okay, so patterns. A 4 year pattern where for 4 years I'm more inward than outward, and 4 years where I'm tasked to be more outward than inward. And then within that, the 4 pattern broken in half, the 2 and 2, where one of my halves steps forward and then 2 when the other half does. And for some reason, that's really important right now at this specific juncture in the timeline for me, because something that is scheduled to pattern out of this, or has the window for it exists very strongly now, and I'm feeling like it's something that I really want. I think that is maybe why they're having me do the video. So what I'm getting is that we have reached a point, or a level, or a skill in which it's no longer necessary to go do the back and the forth. That it's now possible to combine them, braid them in the body, in the forward position. They're telling me what it's for right now. I'm not going to tell you though. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. Okay, I'll mention this. I have a new friend that I just met, and he's a channel, and some information that has come through is to begin doing some things that make it more fun to be in the body, and this is what we've come up with. Or at least this is what I, from my point, came up with, and it was concurred that it can happen now. And there's a lot that can pattern out of this. I mean, like, wow, I won't even go into that right now. But blending them, braiding them in the body, in the forward position. Maybe when I finally do begin the vocal channeling, that's how we'll begin. They're all seriously behind me, vigorously nodding. Okay, so I know that another reason we're doing the video, when I normally don't do a personal one like this, is because this involves a lot of you. There's another concept that's coming through with this, and that concept is, I'll just refer to it basically as grouping. Those of you who are already grouped with me and have been grouped with me for some time understand the power and the necessity of our grouping, of the seeds coming together, of us finding one another, and establishing ourselves in a larger stance as a group. And this is going to be something that is absolutely necessary, absolutely key in the next 4 to 7 years. And so I think it's something that I'm going to be talking a lot about. And I would love your feedback on it. One, if you're noticing a pattern in your life that is occurring, I'd like you to let me know, either in the comments or in a video reply for those of you who make videos. Also with the grouping, if you're getting anything on that, I want to hear it. Wow, that fly is seriously dive bombing my head. Okay, that's it for now. I look forward to hearing from you.